This program is paid for by The Crossover with Marlon and Armon. Subscribe to their show-owned content at youtube.com/@thecrossover1060.
You're now tuned in to The Crossover with Marlon Jones and Armon Williams.
Hold up, you're teaming up a Sun Devil and a Wildcat? Who came up with that brilliant idea?
The Crossover on KDUS AM 1060.
All right, welcome back to The Crossover with Marlon and Armon, KDUS 1060. Subscribe and follow us on our social media accounts on both our YouTube and Facebook pages at The Crossover 1060. So that's youtube.com/@thecrossover1060 as well as facebook.com/@thecrossover 1060. All right, we're going to go ahead and get right into this one. Big show time. Our next guest is the voice of your Phoenix Suns alongside longtime Suns color analyst Eddie Johnson. We bring to you to the program. We bring to you Kevin Ray. Kevin Ray, Marlon Armon. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, how we doing, guys?
Doing great, man. Great. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for the invite. Happy to make my first foray into the crossover.
Nice.
Hey, we're right on the precipice of the season 2023-24 NBA season, and of course the Suns they start off with the marquee matchup against the Golden State Warriors. It's a nationally televised game, but the buzz around the state is that your broadcast team is they have a new home. So you guys are going to be opening up access basically to virtually about 3 million new Arizonans. And can you tell the fans a little bit about how they can watch you, Eddie, and Tom on your new broadcast? It's Gray Network, correct?
Yeah, it is. It's kind of going old school, really. That's the mentality of Suns' new owner, Matt Ishbia. Because for so long, guys, we know, originally it started way back in the day with pay-per-view. And then when cable came on board, almost every team in seemingly every sport started transitioning to, being on cable outlets, and most recently with Bally, meaning those were only available if you had some sort of either satellite package or a cable package. And, for a while that was a good thing. But as we have seen, especially post-COVID, people have continued to cut the cord. And Matt Ishbia, not surprisingly recognized how many people that they were basically missing, delivering their product. And so he kind of flipped the script a little bit. And it's been interesting to kind of see across the landscape in other sports, there are other teams now who are taking this same approach under consideration. Arizona's Family Sports is where you can find it. There's a streaming package that is in conjunction with that on KISWE. And you can go to suns.com, find all the information about the streaming package. But, it's as simple as just flipping on your TV. Depending on what part of the state you're in, you might have to throw on, the old antenna to pick it up. But it is readily available, and we're really excited about it.
Yeah, we were actually talking about it on our show, how wonderful it is for Suns fans all throughout the state, throughout the valley, to be able to have access to Suns games. This is I talked about it a couple segments ago, but I think the state is a Suns first state when it comes to the sports franchises here, and to be able to, doesn't matter where you live, whether you're up north, down south, wherever, you have access to watch the Suns. That's a great thing.
Yeah, no, absolutely, and you're spot on. I mean, the Suns were and always will be, the Valley's and the state's team. I mean, it's their first professional franchise, and it's why when this team is so good that people get fired up about it. And the timing of this new TV deal with this particular team couldn't be better.
Yeah, we're talking to Kevin Ray, the voice of the Phoenix Suns, here on The Crossover, KDUS 1060. K-Ray, tell us, what's the difference between Frank Vogel and Monty Williams' coach team? What's the thing that stands out to you?
Well, the easy answer is, Frank was able to secure a championship, got the Lakers to the title game. They won it there in the bubble, and people might say, oh, he had LeBron James and Anthony Davis. But, look, you still have to coach those guys, and it takes more than just two players to win a title. And so he's got the cachet of having won a championship. Frank is a considered a defensive tactician with his principles and philosophies on the defensive end. So that is one of the things that I think will stand out to Suns fans. And I think just in terms of just long-term head coaching experience. But look, taking nothing away from Monty Williams, Monty did a great job while he was here with the Suns, and you guys know from playing sports, sometimes it's as simple as just kind of needing a different voice and different perspective in the room.
Yeah, that's true, without question. What about on the same kind of parallel line with not only the new coach, but how about the new ownership? How has that made a change, throughout the atmosphere, the culture, and everything with new ownership?
Well, it's been nothing short of spectacular, and I think we all learned pretty quickly. He wasn't even, the ink hadn't even dried, becoming the new Suns owner, and he pulls the trigger and brings Kevin Durant to the Valley. So that was our first signal that Matt Ishbia wasn't playing. That he was serious about all the words that he had said, earlier that day at his introductory press conference. And now the next step is what they did in free agency. You sign on a guy like Bradley Beal, then you make the trade, and most recently, the news that they're going to be opening up a new $100 million team and Mercury facility. So brand new Suns offices for all the Suns employees, and then a state-of-the-art practice and training center for the Phoenix Mercury. So he has been a man of his word, and not only Suns, the people committed to the Suns organization should be excited, but really just the community, because it gives you a sense of what if he's willing to do this for his business, I think it's safe to say what he is going to be doing in years to come for the community.
We're talking to the Phoenix Suns, voice of the Phoenix Suns, Kevin Ray. Here on the crossover, Marlon and Armon. You already mentioned that Matt Ishbia, he's come in. I mean, he's immediately made some drastic moves to show that he's not messing around. He's kind of created kind of an all or nothing situation, really, for the Phoenix Suns, helped to accelerate their path, their trajectory towards winning a championship. And in addition to doing that, something that the management recently did is they decided to go ahead and move forward from DeAndre Ayton. They brought in Yusuf Nurkic, as well as Allen Grace and some other complementary parts. What does that say about their commitment to win, and what is like a Yusuf Nurkic? What does he bring that maybe DeAndre Ayton didn't bring to the club?
Yeah, one of the words that has been used multiple times talking about that trade, Armon, is fit. He just has a particular fit with this system and really the personnel that is on the floor. As the starting big man, I mean, you're going to be on the floor with Devin Booker, Bradley Beal, and Kevin Durant. So you look at that and you just say, we've got scoring pretty well covered, right? But you have to have a willing passer. You have to have a willing, not just some ho-hum screen setter, but a solid screen setter. And, a guy who is willing to mix it up, get inside, and grab the rebounds. And understand that, a lot of his points are going to come off of putback opportunities, but also seeing, those guys at times will get double teamed. And because he has such a great understanding of floor spacing, he'll find himself the recipient of an assist from Beal, Booker, or Durant.
All right. And you talked about, we mentioned Bradley Beal coming to the team. How is he looking as a fit to his new team, and how well is he adjusting to his new role in Phoenix? He's probably going to be the third guy, the third option.
Yeah, and it's funny because somebody had asked Frank Vogel earlier in the week about, have you talked to these guys, or Bradley, about having to make sacrifices in his game. And his response was, really nobody has to sacrifice, but it's the way, it's the mentality and the basketball IQ that these three guys in particular have. They may have to sacrifice on one night because, let's say, Devin Booker's getting double teamed. Well, Devin is not a guy that's going to force the issue. So, on this particular night, it's going to be Brad and Kevin who are the beneficiaries. Other night, it'll be just the opposite. Maybe KD is drawing all the attention. Then Booker and Beal, can eat. And so I don't really think it's a situation where any of these guys look like they are sacrificing. They see it as, I am having an impact on what, my other teammates can do because they have the same mindset and, very unselfish guys. They just want to win. They just want to win. And whatever it takes in order to get the W's, they will all be on board with.
What a quote-unquote problem to have is choosing, especially with like few seconds left or whatever, drawing up plays between those three. It's got to be an incredible feeling for a coach to have those three options to be able to have the ability to put the ball in the hole and like you said, with Nurkic coming in and accepted his role, setting solid screens, playing defense in the post, and getting rebounds and throwing outlet passes, running the floor. So it's something that may work out, and of course the rest of the role players that the Suns have coming off the bench and whatnot, knowing that, like you already said, scoring is well taken care of. There's no issue of the Suns being able to score, so should be fun to watch.
No, it's going to be a lot of fun to watch, and we are looking forward to getting it tipped off next week.
So, K-Ray, looking forward to watching you guys this coming Tuesday. You're going up against the Golden State. It's a marquee matchup. What are some of the matchups that you're intrigued at looking at in this game?
Well, look, it's the Warriors first off. So you start with Steph, and then you've got Clay and Draymond.
Okay, looks like we lost Kevin Ray, but we're pretty much going to finish that segment. So we appreciate Kevin Ray.
Kerry said, forget your show. I've had enough. I'm done.
We lost him, but we appreciate Kevin Ray joining the show.
He said it's 80 degrees out here. I'm on a patio.
He's about to travel. He's about to jump on a plane. Yeah. I think he's heading to Dallas, Texas. So anyway, Kevin Ray, voice of the Phoenix Suns. We look forward to checking his game out. Him and Eddie Johnson and the crew, Tom and Tom. AZ3 TV.
Yep, AZ3.
And we're about to go ahead and go into a break. But coming up next, as soon as we come out of the break, we have the magnanimous one himself, Crazy Tracy.
The energy is about to be magnified 100%.
Absolutely. He said he's geeked up. He's ready. So we'll see what he's got for the odds.
When isn't he ready?
Yeah, this upcoming week, these upcoming games. So we'll check out Tracy. Coming up next, crossover KD West 1060. Don't go nowhere, folks.